tell you my experience I just had. Saturday morning, and I just got woken up by a heavy pounding on my door. So, um, went to go see what it is, and there's two officers standing there, two armed um, fish and game officers. So, green uniforms, very professional looking. And so uh, I'm like, "What's going on?" I open the door. "Hey, how you doing? Are you Jeff Smith?" "Yes." Apparently, they got some calls from the video that I posted on YouTube on uh, taking out some squirrels. And so it's the point of the video, really. The overall point here is that you should really. I learned a lesson today. I learned a lesson that I should probably most likely look into something before taking action, upon myself. You guys know, if you saw the video, extremely frustrated. A year and a half, squirrels in my roof, ruining my house, running around, scratching through the sheetrock, and just all kinds of problems. And I'm very seriously concerned that they're going to ruin some electric. And my house runs on electric heat. If they screw up the electric, crap out of luck here in the winter. And I'm going to be cold. Um, so just causing all kinds of havoc, all kinds of problems, very destructive, lots of damage. So after a year and a half of trying every effort, exhausting every possible effort I can, talking to my landlord because I rent, and he's working with me very closely and trying to get some kind of pest control. Had two different people from pest control come, didn't fix the problem. Can't get the squirrels out, can't block the thing properly. Just it's a nightmare for me. So being overly frustrated with the whole situation, I finally took something in my own hands, and that's where I went wrong. What I should have done is perhaps been more patient. Um, just keep trying different pest control people. But in frustration, I did something that I shouldn't have done, and I feel lucky because I'll tell you why in a second. But anyway, I made the wrong decision in doing what I did, and so I posted this video talking about it. And really, the reason I was posting it for the most part was basically to make the point that I have another way to kind of test knives. And in doing what I did, you need an extremely sharp, good knife. So my mindset in posting that video was more, if nothing else at all, was to say that, like, these are tests that normally I've never done before, and it's really interesting to see how knives perform in that situation. But anyway, of course, people saw it who didn't like it, and either it was trolls or haters or just people who were very, very much against hunting and didn't really understand what I did or why I did it. Whatever the reason, they made some calls, and this is where stuff on YouTube, affects real life. All right, just because you're posting something on the internet doesn't mean that you're not accountable or going to be held, accountable for your actions. And so, what I did was illegal. I wasn't aware that it was illegal, but it was. All right, so people complained about it, and here we go. There's the law. Johnny Law standing on my porch. And so what I said is I feel really lucky because they gave me a warning. They watched the videos. They sympathize with my situation. But they made it very clear and were very firm in that don't do this anymore. It's illegal. So, I learned a lesson today. And it could have been a very expensive lesson. But because of the situation, it was a warning instead of a fine. And it's actually very, Pennsylvania, I don't have a hunting license, okay? So without a hunting license, every squirrel you kill is a $200 fine. All right. And then, using the pellet gun, without a hunting license is another $300 fine. You're talking like $1,000 in fines. If that was, if I didn't get a warning and actually got fined. So I do feel lucky that it was a warning, and I was educated today on what's legal here and what's not legal. One thing I do want to make extremely clear is that the Pennsylvania Fish and Game Department, these officers that were representing these people, extremely, extremely professional, very nice. They're very firm but nice, and it's hard to explain that. I've had this experience once with one particular police officer, a state police officer, who was very firm in what he was doing and very professional, but just really, really courteous to me. in that, they're not coming in here like a couple of jerks. They're not coming in here with any kind of assumptions. They were extremely fair in hearing what I have to say and listening to me. But I just, honestly, I was very impressed. I was impressed by them and what they're doing. And it just it was a good experience. It was a good learning experience for me altogether. But I had a nice little conversation with one of the officers, and he was telling me about how YouTube is a source for a lot of insight into animal abuse and illegal hunting and poaching and all kinds of stuff like that. So it's actually fascinating. And even in regular law enforcement, people use YouTube as a way to fine and arrest people. I mean, I'm talking in this case specifically for animal abuse and stuff like that. But people post a video, or someone sees something in a video and they report it, and then people, they do follow these reports up, and they go and they investigate and stuff. And if people are doing something wrong, they will be in trouble. So the internet's not this mysterious fake land. No, it's very much real, and people do have repercussions for their actions. So I'm just I'm glad it happened, the whole situation, because it was just something new that I learned, and now that I know exactly what the deal is, I will follow accordingly. And unfortunately, in my particular case, I just get the crap end of the stick here because like I said, I've exhausted pretty much every effort in trying to rid these squirrels from my house, and apparently, I mean, I can't take it in my own hands, and that lesson's been learned. So now it's just a waiting game, and trying to find more and more pest control people who can maybe take care of the problem. But anyway, I wanted to share this experience with you guys. Overall, very impressed with Pennsylvania Fish and Game Department. Very professional. They did confiscate my paraphernalia, which was the hide that I was trying to preserve. I really wanted to make that into something. And talking about in the other video, I wanted to use every little bit of the animal as to not have it go wasted. But it's illegal hunting paraphernalia, so it was confiscated from me. So unfortunately, a lot of people asked what my plans were for that hide, and I was going to preserve it very nicely and to honor the animal and do something with it so it doesn't go to waste. But it's no longer mine to do. So anyway, that's it. Lesson learned. If you live in Pennsylvania and you want to do some kind of hunting, whether it's for to feed you and your family, or because your house is being ruined, make sure you're doing it legally. Make sure you get a hunting license and you're doing it properly. But anyway, that's my experience. I really wanted to share with you guys. A lot of things that happen to me in life. I do share on the channel here, so you guys know what's going on. And it's just just a record, a document, so I can always look back in the future and remember what happened. I guess hopefully I don't get dementia or something. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon. Take care.